Justice League is finally here. Justice League, the assembly of DC's finest heroes, is finally here. Marvel have had them with Avengers, now DC have them with Justice League. As you can tell, I'm a huge Justice League, a huge DC fan in general. I have Flash shirt right here, I got a Wonder Woman pop vinyl right here, getting ready for the action in Justice League right there. Well, this movie have a lot of hype, it have a lot of buzz. Was it any good? It was quite enjoyable. So it was directed by Zack Snyder, and you might have heard about the things going on behind the screen. Zack Snyder's daughter committed suicide, and so he had to step down from the project. Joss Whedon take in the directing duties and do some reshoots. There has been also controversy with Superman's mustache, Henry Cavill mustache, where he's filming for Mission Impossible 6. So there's that. So there's a lot of issue going on behind the scenes in this movie. And with that much issue, this movie did not turn into trash. So the story is, after the events of BVS, after Superman's death, finally Bruce Wayne decided that he needs to form an alliance in order to save the world from an impending threat, which is the villain Steppenwolf. And he, alongside with Diana Prince, Wonder Woman, finally recruited Ezra Miller's The Flash, Ray Fisher's Cyborg, and Jason Momoa's Aquaman. And they formed together to become the Justice League in order to save the world once again. Woohoo! Most of you out there probably have been waiting for this movie since forever. Justice League is probably my first introduction to comic books, to be honest. And I love them. I love the Justice League Unlimited TV show. And that is what we see in the movie. The movie is a faithful adaptation of the comics. It is enjoyable. It is light-hearted. It is not heavy and brooding like the previous DC movies that we've seen. I'm not counting Wonder Woman, because Wonder Woman is fantastic. But like BVS and Man of Steel, which is quite brooding. This one's actually an easy watch. It's easygoing and lighthearted. And right off the bat, I wouldn't say this movie was perfect. This movie had its flaws, but it was good and enjoyable for what it is. I want to get to the flaws first, because the positive outweigh the negative in my opinion. The flaws, one of them is, it feels rushed. The movie is only 2 hours long, and apparently it's supposed to be nearly 3 hours. It's 2 hours 45 minutes, the original cut. And Warner Bros. Wanted to cut down to 2 hours, so I'm guessing they cut a lot of scenes, so some scenes feel rushed. I feel like I want to see more. I wasn't really satisfied with what I get, even though I'm very happy at the end. But I do feel like there could be moments that they could put more emphasis on it and expend more time into it. Some sacrifice have to be made due to the cut down of the movie, and I would say Cyborg's backstory is the one that suffered the most. It's very vague of what happened. Since I'm a comic book fan, I know what happened to Cyborg, but most likely, most people who don't read the comic books, they will be confused, like, okay, so what is his powers? So how did he get? And suddenly he sort of have a crucial role in the movie. I'm not gonna spoil it, but then it wasn't really explained whatever happens to him. So it sort of feels that he got sacrificed due to the cut of the runtime of the movie. The other thing I want to complain about, sort of, is the CGI. I don't think the CGI is the finest. I can tell sometimes on the green screen. I can tell Superman's stash at times, it's sort of disturbing. And also, okay, Cyborg CGI was alright, but Steppenwolf CGI, which is the villain, is quite crap. And talking about Steppenwolf, the villain in this movie, his motivations, without revealing too much, was very plain generic superhero baddie. He's basically a giant CGI monster again, and he's probably quite a bad villain. If you've watched Thor: The Dark World, you see Malekith, one of the worst Marvel villains. This is probably one of the worst DC villains I've seen in the big screen. Steppenwolf was quite disposable. He's just there, he just want to take over the world. And it's just very generic, and the CGI of him is also very crap. Despite that, the story is about Justice League and the foundation of this team going forward. And if you want to use Steppenwolf as a stepping stone in order to form the team, I sort of accept that, which is why I like this movie. There is comedies in this movie, and some of the jokes hit, some of the jokes doesn't hit. But for most part, I like the tone and the consistency. Surprised with how two directors handling it. You can tell that it's like one tone, and you don't really see a separation of like, oh, this is Snyder's movie, oh, this is Whedon's movie. You can tell it as one. Ben Affleck as the Batman once again, he is amazing. I really like his portrayal of Bruce Wayne a lot. He is probably my favorite Batman at this point, and hearing that he might step down sort of make me sad, because I really enjoy his scenes in the movie. Of course, the other star is Gal Gadot, playing Diana Prince / Wonder Woman, and she is amazing in this movie. I used to say that she was quite not so good of an actress, but in this movie she proved herself to stand up, and she is great. Wonder Woman steals the show once again. All her scenes were spectacularly amazing. She is gorgeous in every scene, and she is amazing, like I said. And there is one scene, without going into detail, of her and Bruce Wayne arguing, and I would say that is one of the best scenes in the movie. Aquaman, played by Jason Momoa. I thought going to the movie is going to be like, oh, a one-liner, sort of like buff, cool dude. But in the movie, it's more than that. I like his portrayal of Aquaman. He is quite awesome. He's like a surfer dude, not just one-liner, disposable character. But I do enjoy his performance in that movie. Although I am sort of disappointed from what I see from Aquaman's powers. It's okay though, because we'll see an Aquaman movie next year, so probably they're saving it for then. Next up, Cyborg. Like I said, his backstory feels rushed, sort of confusing if you're not a follower of the comic book, but I like his performance. Ray Fisher brings a great performance of sometimes being like a robotic, sometimes more human, which is amazing. And I didn't know Ray Fisher before, but now I'm excited to see more of him. And to me, aside from Wonder Woman, who else steals the show is this kid right here, Barry Allen, the Flash, played by Ezra Miller. His comedic timing is perfect. He's sort of the comic relief of the team, and it's hilarious every scene he's in. I love everything that he do. He's basically spectacular, using his powers, using his comedic chops. He's sort of like the awkward kid of the group who wants to make friends, which is basically in the trailer, and I love every scene with him. And okay, we all know Superman is dead. He's certainly going back to life, guys. Come on, what do you expect? It's just like they need to have Superman. He's in the movie, of course. And all the critics who say that, oh, the brooding, dark Superman that's always sad and everything. This movie, this is the Superman that those critics will like. Superman in this movie, I'm not gonna go into details, but he is super. There you go. All scenes with Superman were spectacular, and it was amazing. And since I'm a big comic book fan, big geek, I sort of noticed the score and everything, and they used Danny Elfman original Batman score in the movie, remix it, and they also have John Williams original Superman theme in the movie, and that was such a treat. So overall, the movie is quite good. I like the characters. I am looking forward to more DC movies now. This is a step in the right direction once again for DC. They're regrouping, we all know that. Their previous movie was a misfire. I think the Rotten Tomatoes score was quite harsh for this movie. I just saw it before recording this, and it's like around 40%. I think it should be higher than that. I do enjoy the movie. I love the characters. The villains was disposable, and the plot was quite generic. But aside from that, I'm looking forward for more DC movies, and I think this movie did quite well for what it is. You will have a lot of fun. You will love the action, trust me. And with that, I would give Justice League an 8.0. Boom! Da, 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 da. Also, stick around till the end because there is 2 post-credit scenes, and those are worth it, trust me. Have you seen it? Have you not seen it? Tell me in the comment section below what you think of it. Which DC characters that you want to see in the big screen joining Justice League in the future? Tell me in the comment section below also. And if you like this video, please help out by sharing this video to your friends, your family members, whatsoever. Also, don't forget to subscribe and click on the bell button to follow the notifications when I upload new videos. I'm going to upload a Justice League spoiler review quite soon, so look forward to that. Also, don't forget to follow me in all social media platforms at JA I'm on Twitter, Snapchat, Instagram, everything. So, until next time, see ya guys.